Hello, traders. Welcome to the Friday stream. Just here to cover what happened. Just a little bit of a sell-off. Support's kind of broken. And yeah, stock market, its worst week of the year 2023. Alright, well, yeah. So yeah, the bearish divergence on the daily that had been identified but had not yet begun to play out. It seems like it's starting to play out with negative momentum building. That's normally what happens after it develops, right? So we could see a continuation of that negative momo in the coming days. Maybe on lower prices. And where you are below 23,835, I mean, there's not much here really till 21,500, which is that February 12th low. On the 4 hour, falling below falling below the 200 moving average. And you know, talking about just a range, so you're out. You broke it, man. You broke it. Nasty bearish engulfing candle this morning, and then some follow through that took you to your lowest price since February 15th for a 3.5% rally off those lows, but only looking to possibly bleed out. Yikes, man. And just looking at some of these altcoins, man, oh god, the attempt by the buyers, I mean, kind of for the second time, just hitting the space bar a lot, looking at them, it's just not good. It's like, really, dude? Like, what are you doing? Pathetic failures for like the second time above key inflection points. I guess we can look at those. We can just kind of scan through them so you can see what I was seeing. It's like, really? Pathetic, man. But whoever said it was a bull market, a real bull market, again, I think where you'll pivot at some point and you'll continue the rally, and you'll probably make the highest highs of 2023, but it's still going to fall short of like ever making a higher high than what you saw last year. We're talking about highs from freaking June of last year. Shoot, man, good luck. It's going to take all the king's men and their might. So that's it. Gross. But it's not over, man. It's not over by a long shot. It's just, yeah, you're pulling back. Yeah, it was a real nice ride for a good few weeks. Then the sell-off, then attempt to rally, take it to the higher highs. But, you know, really it's just been kind of Rudy Poo chop since the 22nd of January. Ethereum, same situation. Oh, you pulled back, but I mean, really not. Figured, you know, if this was a real failed attempt by buyers, one time and two times, then you were probably headed to 1,500, but you still got another $100 to go. Daily bearish engulfing candle confirmed, and the bearish divergence on the daily, same situation as Bitcoin. That negative momo building, highest levels since the 15th. We have a good audio check. We'll see. We're doing okay. What's up? Porter, Coffee, Batson, Julia, and others too. Yeah, you'll have to forgive my absence yesterday, and really my just not very good streaming today. It's just like, you know, ailments, physical ailments. Just trying to get over this. It's no big deal, man. Yeah, okay. Well, there's always a catalyst. I mean, these stupid numbers. You have earnings season. You have Jerome Powell farting. You have the numbers come out. Oh, it's always something, man. There's always a reason. Too many. I mean, this is like these markets, man. These conditions are just awful. Still pretty low liquidity compared to what we saw, you know, 2020, 2021. So it's just kind of like the algos just freak out and you sell off. So you gap down today on those numbers, which looks like someone had posted them. PCE came in at 5.4%, but it was estimated to be 5%, so it's higher. And yeah, really, I don't know how you can listen to any of these numbers, man. They are just completely manipulated to fit a narrative. Inflation's high, you know it, really high. So let's go to B&B, knock it out, man. Try to stay focused here. Really hard time focusing. just shoot, man. I mean, like, you think this looks terrible, doesn't it? I mean, god awful. Like, just tried once and then you tried twice and you failed, but you're still above the 300 mark, the peak from September of last year that's been regarded multitude of times as resistance. And yeah, I mean, weekly still looks fine, but the daily's garbage. Lower high, resistance is resistance again. One time, two times, that sucks. That's garbage, dude. I mean, really. How could you expect anything else? Bitcoin selling off, you know, falling below 23,385. Great. Not really that big a deal if you look at the weekly. Weekly says up. Remember, the thing is, it's either sooner or later. Seems like it's probably gonna be later, not sooner, because you know, stuff like this has to, you know, like bearish divergence of the daily has to resolve first. Okay. Whoops. Let me go to XRP. Yeah, triggering everyone. XRP, pretty garbage. Daily, terrible. The high, the lower high. 200-day moving average resistance. So pathetic it couldn't even get bearish divergence. It has bearish yeah, not divergence, but convergence. Like, okay. I mean, that's distribution locally. And if that like plays out, you could see 32.5 cents again. Yeah, man. Really, whatever happens to the stock market next week is going to happen to crypto. So that happens. That's real life. But again, I just don't even understand, like, what the problem is. These assets are up 50 to 250% all across the board. So only the people coming in late that missed that 50% to 200% run are the only ones crying or mad or sad or can't believe it, man. Okay, I mean, that's it. Again, the weekly's here, but I don't know if anyone's ever gonna buy this crap. I mean, you know, the only people that really just, it's gonna pump, man, are just the indoctrinated cult followers. And you get it, man. I mean, they took God out of the world and they replaced it with many different things. Viruses, ideologies based on identity, and crap coins, utility tokens. Virtual currencies is the new religion. For some people, it is. And that we're looking at one. There's another one that starts with an H. Okay, it's cult religion to some people. That's how they really lock you down. But again, okay, keep singing about it, and we're waiting. We're waiting for the potential double bottom at a 886 to play out. We're waiting. We may never get it. We may never catch the real bids, but we're waiting. We're sitting here. We know it's a crazy, nice looking setup, but again, if no one buys, then whatever. All right, XRP. Now we can go to Cardano. It is sad. It's a double topping. I mean, like, until something changes, give me some new data that says it's not bad. And now it's like, okay, we just duplicate this, and it's twice. That's two failed attempts to break the most crazy level. The key inflection point from 2018. To add insult to injury, I guess, the fact that you're below the candle high close back from that fateful day in 2018. You're below them both now, the zone. I guess you're still above the supply line of the channel you broke out of, but come on. And it's really crappy because it's like you made the high, then the low, right? You anchor that way. And where is it? Where is this double top happening? It's happening at an 88% retrace perfectly. That's terrible. Or if you're bearish and you love bearish trends, that's like mouth-watering. Man, if we flip this chart over, you were looking at an asset that's in a long sustained uptrend, and then it comes in, maybe it breaks a demand line, but it double bottoms at an 88% retrace. That's like actionable for longs. That's confirmation. That's the signal right there. And now you're above the inflection point. There could be a nice ride here. And that you could also look at it like a dragon pattern. Here's your dragon. You just broke out of the dragon yesterday. I don't know, like, me being negative, that's not what it is. That is your perception. That's what you think is real. The stuff I said about XRP is real. Anyway, and what's happening on Cardano is real. And of course it could pivot here and rally and just moon from here. Of course. Once that data is shown, we will discuss it. But all I can do is go by the data that exists in real time, right now, today. And what happened today is not good. It's not bullish. It is bearish. It is red. It is not green. All right. So, pretty bad narrative on Cardano right now based on everything. And of course, you know, definitely bearish divergence on the second high as well. It's a pretty compelling argument for bearish on this crap. Cardano, all right, it's going to change the world, man. Sure it is. Sure. Cardano, and then do we even need to look at anything else? I mean, again, until, you know, we go to the S&P, look at that. And then we can come back to the cryptos after, okay? I mean, I guess we can look at YFI. In case you didn't know, YFI hit $10,000, but immediately was rejected. That's okay, man. What do you worry about? The only people that would be singing the blues or scared are people that FOMO'd in the past 2 days. Like, who are you? You do not watch this stream. You certainly don't respect anything I say. If you're buying YFI yesterday, the day before, you need to learn some stuff. I mean, this is for the patient. The past 2 days of price action were only meant for the people that got in way lower. So, and the people that should still probably be involved in this asset. $10,000 was not the target. The target was, it was close, 11,386. At the highs, you were still about 10% off. You just got to be patient. You got to let this thing play out. It's the daily, man. So anyway, the swings are nuts. I think it was off 8% plus, right? High to low. My God, from the highest point yesterday to the lowest point, a 17.7, 18% swing. Not for the faint of heart, but again, no one should be trying to trade that. I mean, if you are, you're not, again, you are not abiding by the principles taught here or in textbooks by people that put their life's work into this stuff.
Gentlemen,
you should have been in way lower a long time ago. So beautiful though, fantastic to see this asset excel. And the Andromeda Galaxy still up there, you know. So you're in space. What was that? Well, that red candle yesterday was virtually Matthew McConaughey and Matt Damon getting in a big fight on some distant planet. That's okay, just a hiccup. We'll be alright, man. And then, oh man, what about IXS? I know it's pulled back, but jeez. Remember this one? Oh God, it was like, oh, it was just below that level. It had not broken back in yet, and then it did, and bullish engulfing candle, and then massive fall through. And at the highs yesterday, it opened there. How high did it get? It was up 52% at one point yesterday. Crazy. But yeah, struggling with that 200 moving average. And I'm sure the macro, I think it pulled back on that. But yeah, I mean, the target area is 6 cents eventually. What? How could it be 6 cents? You talking about doubling up from here? Almost. Just the next level, clearly, undeniably. Momentum shifting pattern and false bearish breakdown. Momentum shift. That's what we're talking about. That's
Happy
real.
Friday, Mitch. Good to hear you're sounding better.
I'm not really sounding better, Mr. Anderson. I hate this. Like, I should probably not even be live right now. I can't even like breathe through one of my nasal cavities, and you know, it's Friday, dude, and the market's selling off. There's no hype. It's just gross. Thank you, though. I don't know, man. It's just like I try to be here every single day, but you just like sometimes you just can't. You just can't be. Like, it's not how reality works. All right, so IXS, I'll add another alert. I mean, my alert went off. I'm like, what? I mean, I knew what was going on, but it was way higher, and it's just like, how's that happening? You never know in crypto. You know, the same type of alerts I would have thought on IXS would go off on TRB. You know, it's beautiful, but you can't break out. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, the buyers tried, failed. Bad macro, Bitcoin sell off. Really unfortunate. I mean, if conditions were not as trash as they've become now, I mean, this thing's probably already at $29, but you can't make an asset go up. I don't know. There is no breakout. It is a false breakout once again until you get back above this key $19 level.
Can we get an update on Creek? I think it's starting its move. Also, it is Kennedy's birthday again. You helped him celebrate his bar mitzvah last year.
Let's go Skinnedy! S. Kennedy or Skinnedy? Leonard Skinnedy. Thank you so much, Pico, for the 15. And, well, I mean, hold on. I was thinking, like, wait, I thought there was only one bar mitzvah. You trying to tell me Skinnedy's getting 2 bar mitzvahs? Wow. 2 parties? All right. Happy birthday to Skinnedy. Hype in the chat. Thank you. No hype in the chat for TRB, though. I'm sorry. Like, what? And you know, it's kind of bearish divergence. High, the same high, lower levels on the RSI, and a Class C bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. You know, you have the same levels of positive momentum with I don't know. It's like the same highs. It's stagnation. That's certain. Some stagnation. So, yeah, unfortunate. Let's, you know, well, there were others out there that all had promising structures. They had begun, and they just can't get it together. And you can think, well, this piece of crap right here called the S&P 500. Breaking the demand line of the channel. Testing, well, it didn't even test it, but what are you doing? Oh, so close to testing the 200-day moving average, but didn't. And just closed down 1.05%. What a route. Worst, again, the worst week of the year for the S&P 500. But, I mean, you know, there's hopium alive until this index fund falls below 3,800, I believe. There's always hope for another consecutive higher low. Just not yet. And, you know, if any pivot getting closer and closer to potential hidden bullish divergence once this negative momentum gets higher than the previous level. So yeah, that's what happened, man. Okay, Dow Jones, well, it had already broken down. It had already back tested the breakdown and follow through. Got some follow through today. Lowest daily candle close since the 19th of December. Lowest daily candle close of the year of 2023. And this is stuff, I mean, these are subtle and signature pieces of price action. The highs from December, early December, mid-December, and then the lower highs in mid-January and early mid-February. Distribution, that is what it means. That's what a lower high means. And when you confirm it with a second high, that's how everyone knows. And you start rolling over. But man, I'll tell you, it was certainly choppy for a good almost 2 weeks of just local range-bound bullcrap. And then finally, the sellers took over, the buyers relented. And yeah, I mean, unless one of these Rudy Poo levels from February, March 2022 hold. If it doesn't hold, I mean, nothing really makes sense to way lower. What's up, Jay? Thanks, man. Oh my God, man, hold on. All right, there you have it. It was a neutral structure, and the neutral structure it's resolving, but you have not quite broken 32,600 yet. You break that, that's the bad action magnet move, and that's where you're thinking higher probability area of a 786,886 down here, which would be real bad for the collective market. Nasdaq also not a good day. Closed at, nope, closed below. You gap down and then you closed below the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since January 30th. Negative momentum at its highest levels. Wow. Highest levels on the Nasdaq Composites at September 26th of last year. Gross. RSI lowest levels since January 6th. And no support. I mean, there's no support here. I mean, I'm not kidding. There's like legit nothing here. Minimum, and me being optimistic, is like 11,050. But where it really is from history, going back July 2020, November 2020, you're talking 10,800. Real. I mean, if you're watching the stream, please tell me, am I off base here by talking about there just being no support unless I'm being really nice till 11K right here in this low from May? I mean, there's just nothing here. So, but in the end, as long as a higher low gets put in than the previous lows, the accumulation signature will be visible, but you're just in the midst of a retrace.
So I know you hate looking at things in this realm. It looks like pure crap, but can I get a gander at RGTI Rigetti Quantum Computing? I think she crossed and a signal on the monthly, thoughtful face, shushing face.
Crypto Sharknado, quantum computing. I hate looking at things in that realm, the realm of quantum computing. Have I ever even talked about quantum computing? I mean, I think everyone would hate quantum computing because it could kill Bitcoin, right? But then, you know, one would say that, then other people are like, no, dude, Bitcoin was no, Bitcoin has technology that would defeat quantum computing. I don't know. Like, you know, it's really specific. I don't know, man. I don't really have an opinion on it, but we can certainly look at the asset you requested, Sharknado. Thank you. Dumpster babies on fire. His quote. Okay. So let's go to the last one. The IWM, Russ 2000 ETF. All right. Well, you know, this one was down, but it closed the week below the key 188. And getting above that, it'll be fine. I mean, really, if this keeps retracing, just look for a higher low, and when you get one more higher low, and it's somewhat symmetrical to the previous lows, you've got a classic accumulation structure that is massive. I'm talking, you know, how many days, wherever it finishes. I mean, you'd be looking at a 169-day plus large 3 rising valleys potentially, and that could be really good. But again, that just means that there very well could be some more downside, but not. I mean, it's not like fatal yet. I think it's fatal when you fall below 170, probably. Okay. And you know what's new on gold? If I could find it on my watch list. Gold down again, but we knew that. We're waiting. We were waiting for you're on your way. You're waiting for the back test of 1800. Lowest daily candle close on gold since December 28th, so the lowest daily candle close of the year of 2023. Getting closer and closer to oversold. You haven't been oversold since September, And we'll see what happens down here. Wanting to see a test, and then it holds, and then we catch a reaction. And then after the reaction, a pullback, and then a confirmation low at 1800, that would be probably actionable for long, but not yet. And this is what happens after waves up, you get waves down. Great. You'll get attempted rallies too. Yeah, Wayne Batson, sure it would. No, that's yeah, right. Yeah, right. It would solve the problems, but like no, people that are in power, that are like satanic, they would use it to try to take over the world. That's what they would do. So don't worry about technology, man. I mean, you see what they're already doing with chat GBT or whatever. I mean, they've completely, it's completely politicized and biased. It's like Google talking points. Woot University talking points. That's ChatGPT. There is no real
Thanks for being here every day, even when there's bears out there. 0.0004311
Claudio,
BTC.
what's up, dude? Good to see you again, man. Thanks for the Bitcoin contribution. Thanks, man.
Can we look at Avalanche? Thanks.
What's up, Donnie B? Yeah, well, we shall look at Avalanche. AVAX. Yes. Thank you, dude. Gotta jailbreak it? Oh, okay. Sure. Ministry of Truth would, they'd have a problem with that. So, you know, gold pullbacks, silver pullback harder. Yikes. Falling below the 200-day simple moving average. First time since November. Obviously the lowest price of the year. Getting just kind of riggedy wrecked here. You could be coming down for, man, think about like something like this eventually on silver, of just a massive double bottom, or like a 98%, 88% retrace double bottom. Wow, how crazy would that be on silver? So no action to take on this crap yet. No, not yet. So you gotta wait for something really big to develop on the daily. Well, you know, on the other side of the coin, let's look at U.S. oil that held up. It did pretty okay today. Is it bear flagging? It could be bear flagging. I mean, buyers keep defending this zone, then they keep failing. It's certain Chop City here. Like, wow. Buyers defending hardcore, but still in this downtrend. When actual movement that is not sideways since the beginning of December, and then people will be like, is it a head and shoulders? Like, no, not a head and shoulders. If you've broken a neckline below $73 might be a head and shoulders, but natural gas, the big story. Just a massive rally, right? Oh yeah, 10% up. You know, it fell below the 886. People were like, should we just long at the 886? Well, you know, natural gas, when it hit that 886, fell below it by almost 20% before finally rallying. And again, there was not enough data to be like making a conclusive long or some sort of like strategic long. I mean, there was the 216 level was you fell below it. It's just kind of this happens. These are reactions that happen near or at 886s, 20% below the 886. Okay, cool. I'm just saying, like, if you think about without much of any kind of strategy, you're flipping coins, because, you know, the person that's longing and actually made money on that, or, you know, what were they doing before? Because they aren't using a strategy, they're just guessing, because what would the argument be for longing? They're not telling you they got obliterated every single time they tried to like take a long for the same exact moonshot the whole way down, just recovering all their monumental losses via just gambling, randomly longing at random areas. Great, dude. Congrats. Just like Sol. Like, wow, man, Sol went up so much in such a short period of time. It's like, yeah, based on nothing. There was no argument. It was just, it happened. Vitalik tweeted. It was crashing, like substantially crashing, and rallied not at an inflection point with no edge. 12-second M shape. This is my favorite, dude. It's truly my favorite. For some reason, that made me think about baking. And baking harmonics. Someone needs to do that in this community. Someone needs to bake harmonics, and they need to be color-coded. And I'm talking the measurements need to be correct. Where you have actual sharks, gartleys, butterflies, crabs, bullish crabs, bearish crabs, whatever, butterflies, to say that, 5-0s. I don't know if you could do a 5-0. If someone could bake a bullish 5-0, all the respect in the world here. Like, wow, you'll become maybe a hype king. But why has no one done that yet? Why has no one baked harmonic cookies? You know, my mom baked a bunch of Bitcoin Christmas cookies. It's a call to action.
Can we take a look at SOC, please? Stock inverse of ARKK.
Oh, Anon, we're
Thanks.
very aware of what SARK is. They lost its soul when the beginning of the year happened, right? It was really after that weird A dividend that I hated, because it's like, oh, your position's down 20%, and then it never recovers truly, but then they pay you a few days later in cash all your money back and a little bit more, and then now you have to pay short-term capital gains tax on that lump sum they paid you back. What? Scam. Okay, so just natural gas. I mean, it's like not much to look at. Great. Orange juice up 4.2% roughly. It's, dude, look at the back test in the rally. An attempted rally, gap fill coming, 250, 260. It's insane. I mean, it is crazy. Orange juice is like old Bitcoin. Remember when Bitcoin would do stuff like this? Yeah, I remember, dude. The days of old. All right, it's like insanity. Going for the retest, right? Cotton futures continuing to moon off that back test. Oh no, this is not. Sorry, I was thinking about coffee futures. No, this is just cotton, man. Kind of whacked out structure here. I don't really know what to make of it. Maybe it's one low, then the second low. I mean, just complete shop city since November. Good luck, man. Like, there's just nothing to do here on cotton. That's why I haven't been looking at it. Just, ugh. Hogs didn't have a good day, and then you could imagine somehow, some way, live cattle futures closed up today, 0.03%. It's already exceeded the 88% retrace by 2%. Oh, crazy, man. So it's like a 90% retrace from the previous side. This is the area where, man, at any time, collapse, reversal, I think. But hey, yeah, you're gonna eat the bugs and you're gonna like it. You'll own nothing. They'll rewrite history as they are now. They're doing that. You'll eat bugs. You will own no property. You will have no privacy. All the other weird things. You'll have chips in your brains that'll alert, the authoritative governance, what you're thinking. All those things are in the works. They're not conspiracy theories. They're actually, like, they talk about this trash at the World Economic Forum. Excuse me, man. I'm like not in the best headspace right now with this like cold. So, all right, this is that chart that shows you it. Okay, Hogs was down a little bit, but it a nice rally. Neuralink would make the bugs taste like steak. Smart. Get arrested for pre-crime. Yep. I think there was a movie about that. Some garbage movie from like the early 2000s that I went on a date and saw it. And I'm like, God, this movie sucks. Why am I here? Well, I knew I was there, right? Yeah, but terrible movie. Okay, let's get to these requests while we can. see CRK for Skinnity. Just kidding. Comstock Resources. Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's like it could be. And what a good move today. Up almost 7%, right? Pico. It's there. I mean, the back test, the levels from 2019, 2018. Held PCZ of the bullish bat. With the divergence, of course. You know, it's a nice move, and it was a bullish engulfing candle. Very nice, but you know, I mean, it's been chopping up and down for a while now, since the beginning of the month, a couple weeks. No, a few weeks now. Minority Report, that's what it was, I think, yeah. 1337 is the big one. Man, 1337, what a year. That was like what, King Edward the Third. Like came into power, and King Edward III was like the best king there ever was in the medieval times. Watched a documentary about him. King Edward II was trash. King Edward I was amazing, but no one could hold a fire to the flame to Edward III. I mean, he had to govern through the bubonic plague too, and survive throughout all of it. It's crazy. So anyway, 1337, that is the resistance. There it is, look, the high from 2017, January 2017. You break that, yeah, I mean, there's just not much there, right? You could be headed way higher, but it's beautiful. I mean, it really is. CRK is awesome right now. Let's see if it plays out that will the TA be respected completely. Rigetti. Can we just call it Rigatoni and get this over with? Rigatoni Computing. Gabagool. Oh, yeah. He's like, I know you hate this. What did he say? It looks like pure crap. I know you hate looking at things in this realm. In the realm of charts that look like this? Sure, I'll cede that. Yes, you're right. I do hate looking at charts like this, because they're garbage, and we're looking at it. Rigatoni Computing lost 17% of its value today. Not a very good day. I guess your target is probably 67 cents. You can only go to zero, man. Sharknado, I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, there it is. Oh, you're range bound between these two levels. Wow, man. You know what's crazy? It's just like the absurdity of an asset that just on the 9th of February on the stock market has lost 46% of its value in 2 weeks. That is wow. But, you know, looking at the context here, could you be surprised? That's all it does, ever. These retraces, you know, I mean, this one didn't even really get a retrace. I mean, 618, 65% retrace, and then this one was like 38% retrace. Yep, 3.8, double tops at 382. And now it's like not even retracing anymore. It's just kind of like there were some buyers, right? A little bit of you know, some rallies to induce buying, but there's not even people here trying to induce buying anymore. I guess from this high to low, you'd look at, oh, okay, it made a 50% retrace. Okay, whatever, dude. Just what can we do? Like, there's no action take at all. Well, that's what buyer induction is. You know, the psychology is a rally ensues to induce buying, induce buyers to get back into the asset.
Difficult game tomorrow against the Hogs, but great way to build that confidence. Hashtag roll tide 0.000480000 BTC.
So William, thanks for the 11s, dude. Man, we should make a Bama emoji for 1111. Since you keep tipping 1111. But we gotta be careful because those mini like 2-cent fees or whatever kind of screw it up to where you get exact amounts. So, and then we could make we could have the Bama logo, and then we could have like the marching band, $1 Million Band play something really quick. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, the Razorback member of the Citadel. I wonder if he's actually an Arkansas Razorback or he's just a normal generic Razorback. I never asked him. He never told us, right? Someone ping him in the Discord and ask. Thank you. I'd appreciate it. On the new day, Bitcoin's down about $71. 0.3%. Still just below that 4-hour, 200-something moving average. Man, just like, I think it's like maybe like a sinus infection or something. It's not.
Tradamon tip $25. Hey Mitch, I've been learning so much from your streams for the past 2 years. Didn't NG form a bullish shark pattern on the weekly? X, June 22nd, 2020, A, June 6, 2022, B, July 5th, 2022, C, August 22nd, 2022, D, February 6, 2023, 0.01557943 ETH.
Thanks, Trader Man, for the 25. Yeah, even still though, it'd be reaction, and it fell below the 886, right? That pattern completion zone, it fell 20% below the like level that it should be reacting at, right? I mean, so that was the point of what I was talking about. So sure, there's probably a massive M shape, right? And I know the A point was that first peak, then the sell-off was beat, then the head and shoulders and the Terra Luna fractal was the C point, and the C to D wave just completed, and so you reacted, but I don't even know if it's enough. We can look at that though. We'll go to it, okay? Thank you, Trader Man, and I'm glad you've been watching and getting benefit out of the stream. Been getting value out of the stream. Wow, we've been on this crap too long. Let's get out of here. Oof. I'd rather just be on the Bitcoin chart than that. Regional strain. What? We'll see here. Avalanche for Donnie. Oh, Donnie boy. That's what the B stands for, right? Donnie boy. Yeah, I mean, it's the dreaded, like, kind of double top bearish divergence convergence combo on the daily. It's ugly, man, and it's all after it ran and tested the key inflection point. You know how long? I mean, like, dude, if you come to this chart, this 2244 has been here probably for a very, very long time. So it's just you could be, if it's real, you could be headed for a deeper retrace here, and I don't think it's going to take out the low from the beginning of the year, but it just could be deeper. You see that? It's like 1 and 2, and then one high, then the lower high. It's convergence, bearish convergence. The bad action magna move would be like $17, $16.96. So, yeah, you break that. Well, you understand there's a high probability chance of seeing a 786886 down here, and that would be an X, A, B, C, D. You kind of are like thinking about it as a bearish dragon pattern too. There's your bearish dragon. It just kind of broke out yesterday. Is the dragon, right? I mean, you flip the chart over. I mean, it's the bullish dragon. Let's see how well it performs. Let's see how deep it retraces. 80% 618. Okay. There are targets for that. So that means there's very likely some more downside. But it's not the end of the world. Okay? Donnie B, does that make sense? What a run, though, man. I mean, off the bottom, like, you know, after hitting that support, it went up 108% in 32 days. When assets do that, you got to understand they might go for significant retraces, and it's not the end of the world. Buyers attempted to rally. This is what happens almost every single time on assets, right? The first wave up, you know, eventually a pullback will happen. It'll happen on gold. Gold's down, retracing about halfway or something. This one did. They retraced 38% and then pivoted. The buyers attempted to rally, and they're understanding, finding out, wow, they're just a little bit less of us involved than before. And now, again, a little demand line's breaking, and it's just a predictable pattern that could have some more downside, and it's not a big deal. Okay. Sark Radon. My God, dude, this thing, remember, it like got obliterated, but now it's on the rise. Now here we go. This 42.58, 43.77 area is big. So let me plot it here. It's the zone.
Can you check NKE? Unless I'm wrong, looks like a Head and Shoulders that's just maybe started to play out.
Oh, yeah?
And a big gap just below the current price level.
We can look at it, Scout. Well, thanks for the 15, man. We can look at Nike. Just do it. Okay. So good to have an alert set up on SARK right above 43.77 to know that a breakout or break back in is happening. A spring is occurring. How deep was this retrace? It's pretty deep. Let's see. From the lowest low to the highest high ever. It was dang near an 886, right? Wow. No edge at all. Nothing implying that the sellers were exhausted. This is like a, it's inverse of ARKK, Kathy Woods fund. I'm surprised it's not up more, but it is like, a mixed bag of things like Square. Wow, did you see what Square did? Ooh. Square is like beautiful on the weekly and daily, really. Some of these assets they were just so destroyed. I mean, it's like you would have lost your life savings virtually. If you'd have just owned assets, you would have owned these big stocks that pumped in 2020, 2021, and you just held them and rode them all the way down, you would be in a lot of trouble financially. Like, depending on how much money you had invested in these stocks. I mean, people don't even talk about it that much, really. Like how bad dude, they lost 90+% of their value. So many, countless stocks did. That is just like the tech bubble in 2000. I'm just praying that we don't have the same outcome after that. You know what happened, right? The Nasdaq didn't recover to the all-time highs for 12 years or something stupid. It took forever. I just hope that's not the case. But at the same time, man, I mean, I'm just hoping we can something like Square, which is involved. This is part of Kathy Wood's fund, it's like a percentage. I'm talking about stuff like this where it's just, man, it's so pretty. It's completed the colossal M shape. I mean, a multi-year structure. The spring, back test of spring, you jump across the creek, then you've run to the top of the range, you just couldn't break it. So now we're just looking for a higher low here. Give me one more low. Do what we're talking about on the IWM, where eventually it just does something like this. Man, a symmetrical third low, it could be godlike. Classic accumulation at an 88% retrace. Give me a break, man. And that's where you get a massive common retrace. You just, look, dude, again, I would never say, oh, dude, this is going to go to all-time highs. Shoot, it may not be doing that for a long time, but what I do think will be coming in the coming, 6 months or something plus would be at least just a common retrace. I think you would make a common retrace before you would go down to $34 or lower. Okay, after just the size of the structure gives me confidence to believe you'd be seeing $141 to $200 and then roll over and collapse and go retest those lows. Okay, so again, 6 months to a year though. It could take forever for this to play out. PayPal, Square, hold on. Gosh dang it, man. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it was up 4.3% on earnings, good earnings, and it didn't really turn into much. It was at one point last night or yesterday after earnings, it was up over 8%. So, of course, with bad numbers on inflation, it affected the entire market. It affected the gains on the earnings. Yeah, I mean, like the macro is terrible, dude. Technicals are good. Good technicals for common retraces. Not, we're going on a bull run, man. No, just good technicals for common retraces because the assets lost 98% of their value, 88% of their value. And that's what happens after those commonly, right? And then you collapse later. But yeah, macros, just terrible. Yeah. We know how things are going. I mean, inflation, man, is not going anywhere. They're just lying to you. Whatever they're saying, it's because of their own jobs, right? Like, oh, man, I can't be in the history books as it being real bad. So they will lie as much as they need to make you think that inflation's going down, it's getting better. It's not, man. You don't print $9 trillion globally in 2020, and then inflation is transitory. It's not. Right? They lied to you there, right? Soft landing. And that's yet to, I mean, maybe that's playing out, but it's never happened before. But the fact that they have printed over $100+ billion going to a foreign country, that's one thing. And then $1.7 trillion that's going to be printed. That right there, and we're talking about like recently, in the past 3 months or something, that 4 months. That's going to have an effect on inflation for the coming 2 years, right? Because we know that inflation's lagging. Like when they print a certain amount of money, the mega inflation from that printing doesn't happen until about 1.5 to 2 years after. All right, so bonds are, I guess, okay, but dang, man, 5% on the 1 year T-bill, crazy. Okay, so next request. One up coin takes like half an hour. It's not one up coin. I definitely think it's the servers or the systems in crypto. Let's go to. Did we look at AVAX? I know we did, right? Am I crazy? Oh yeah, we did. We did a double top, potential double top. Let's go to natural gas for trade demand. And you said the weekly, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm surely, like it was that 886 that I've already identified as some sort of, yeah, it's a shark, man. 886, yes, sir. Okay, well, I mean, if someone wants to take a shot at an 886, I'm gonna be okay with it, man. Like versus someone going high on the second high, after a crazy run, right? So and I'm gonna plot it for you. Here's your X, here's your A, your B, your C. A little too perfect up there. And then your D. Yes. That is your shark. Certainly at an area where you could react. Get back above. I think 267 is extremely important. It was like your first high ever in 1990, right, on this chart. And then clear inflection in 92 through 1993, 1998. It was then support in 2002. It was support in 2009. It was support from 2016 all the way to 2018, resistance 2019. It was support in 2021. That's it. Breaking 267 on natural gas, if it breaks that, so pay attention to that level. Please have an alert set up above 267 because you hear the beep. That's where you could be going up 44% very fast to 389. So yes, there's a shark here. It's an M shape. It's massive. Has it begun to react? Maybe next week we get follow through. Yeah, sure. It's starting to reaction at the level that it normally should react at. Okay, so, but again, 267 that's the historical ice line from 1990. Okay. Trader man, thanks again, dude. Gabble Gabble wants Nike. Just do it. Just start on the weekly. Lowest weekly candle close since, lowest weekly candle close of the year, 2023, since December 27th of last year. You have fallen back below the 200-week simple moving average to close the week. Yikes. What are you doing? Better recapture that next week or bad stuff. But he's talking about a head and shoulders potentially. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, it's a little oblong, but I don't have a problem with the head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders where the right shoulder is on the head and shoulders. If a lower high right shoulder than the left shoulder, that's like a signal of strength for the bearish pattern. Just like if there was a higher low on the inverse head and shoulders, I think it'd be a sign of strength. Or so I would say a sign of weakness, I guess, right, on the bearish side, because it just indicates. Okay, so if we're looking at it as an inverse head and shoulders, it would signify that there's too much demand, so much demand involved on this asset that sellers could not push the price to match the previous levels, the left shoulder, so that it's strong. It might outperform. Just like if it was a head and shoulders, it'd be a sign of weakness where there was such a lack of demand and or too much supply that the buyers could not push the price to go test the left shoulder's high. So therefore, if it's reversing below it, it's a strong bearish signal, right? And so it's begun. Yeah, it's down 1.6%. It broke the neckline. It's confirmed head and shoulders if you do look at it that way. And my God, there's...
Happy Friday, Mitch. Have you started loading up on the U merch yet? Go dogs. 0.1243000 LTC.
The U merch, is there a reason to? Did you see like we ended up getting like a 5-star quarterback, Alabama did, and he was down visiting in Miami, and the coach had a little speech. I don't know, he was saying some weird stuff, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm sure on Saturdays, Tuscaloosa is a great place to be, but every other day of the week, Miami's got to beat all day. And then it pans to him, and he's like, and then he commits to Alabama. So yeah, no way, dude. No, it's cool. I'm connected to the University of Alabama Alumni Association down here, so I'm good, dude. I'm good. If I went to the University of Miami, it'd be a different story, but shoot, dude. Thank you, Mr. Crypto Plumber, for the 1138. You were pretty close to the Bama variation. Be careful. The currency's collapsing last year was nuts, and it was so ironic that it was my first time ever in Europe and in the UK when it was all like unfolding. It was nuts, man. But I mean, what was beautiful about last year was, I remember that was like March and April, and it was like, man, things are awful. Things are bearish. It looks like it's gonna get worse, and it did get way worse. And it was, and the opinion that I constructed was only based on traditional technical analysis. It was like not much anything else, dude. It was just technicals were great, confirmation and distribution, which unfortunately is starting to maybe happen again. What's the best bug processing company we could YOLO into? You only live once? You mean FOMO into? Because it's on the rise? I don't know. I hear Miss Teen Crypto knows about the bug processing companies. She'd probably be a valuable source of information. We could certainly... I don't know. You could just ping her in my Discord and ask her, because she was mentioning something about it. I don't know. My eyes kind of glaze over when she talks about bugs. So, yeah. There you have it. Oh, hey. Sorry, that was Nike. That was the last request we had. But dude, gasoline futures, Larry. Come on, man. Up 8.48%. So the national average of gasoline's up 20 cents overnight, only after completing that massive shark, right? I forgot about that one. Brad says the Grand Theft Auto music Could get old. Could get old. Yeah, I agree. I know it could. Anything day after day gets old, man. You know? Well, then someone could just be like, well, my intro could get old too, right? Of course it could. Oh, wow. The Razorback responded. He said his username is not because he's an Arkansas Razorback. I knew it. He was a generic Razorback. It came from the show on Amazon called The Expanse. The Razorback is a racing ship. He figured a racing spaceship fit the theme of this place. Yeah, no doubt. It's similar to the Gartley XL, which is my spaceship. Yeah. I doubt I could beat mine. Mine has multiple carburetors and crystals. I don't know. And it is gassing up. I know T7's working night and day on getting that thing fully operational so we can get it flying again. I'm telling you, man, today, like, I hope you understand. I'm up at the crack of dawn every day working with contractors, getting my entire world put back up on walls, installed, just countless crap, man. It is extremely stressful. It could be attributing to why maybe my immune system got weakened because of the stress of dealing with all these people and the building and vendors and organizers. It's just countless people. So, yeah, soon. Spaceship stream soon. That's all I can tell you. Patience. It's, you know, and it's like now I have to like get the internet company to come back out to redo the internet to where it's direct wired into my office, and it's going to create a new problem. You know, where internet's going to be spotty up here, and I'm going to need like an extender. Just all kinds of crap, man. I can't even. The words. So to talk about like some of these cryptos like Cardano and others just failed. Like BNB failed. I think you have ones like Atom failed. I mean, that's bad. That's like 88% retrace. It's like a shark, right? Like a bearish shark. And 1470, which was once resistance, has become resistance again. Upthrust, back test of upthrust. That's such bearish behavior locally, where there could be further downside, and it wouldn't be that weird. I mean, you got this across the markets now. Band even starting to, like, what are you doing, man? This is like, why would you develop this beautiful structure, you break out, and you know, nope, just kidding, we're gonna collapse, we're gonna make a lower high locally, confirm there's distribution now, or confirm a top's in. Okay, shame on us for ever thinking that these assets could ever accumulate and moon. Never gonna happen, I guess. Like, just only lower highs, lower lows, only forever. You know, it's like, it's pretty garbage, man. That's garbage. Garbage stuff. I don't like it. Yeah, you're getting this everywhere, man. I think Bitcoin Cash also, look, confirmation. Look at the bearish divergence is so severe. The failed bullish breakout, it's just garbage. This is happening everywhere where you think, oh, we're going to do it, we're going to make it, and no, we're not. You're done. Like, below, like, double topping, and now you're below the 2020 COVID crash low, right? I mean, that's so bad. With the bearish, it's so awful. Like, okay, bearish dragon pattern. Look at it like a bearish dragon of sorts, right? Or you haven't broken the spine yet, but dang, you're getting there. You can keep going and look at all these. They're doing all these similar crappy double tops, man. Yeah, look at ETC. I mean, it's unfortunate, you know. Is it now like triple topping or head and shouldering? I mean, sure, the neckline's the same. I mean, below $20, you're going to 17 minimum. Man, just buyers can't do it, man. This is failures, so many failures. Rectangle, sideways. These assets will never truly fly unless Bitcoin breaks that 25K, which clearly it was really bad. Couldn't do it. No, Ashley. Superior technology. They don't squeak. potential M shapes, right? I mean, they're a bunch of bearish dragons. Lower high, the lower high, Momo shift. I mean, that's new data. That didn't exist a few days ago. Now we have it, and it's not looking that great. I mean, across these markets, FTM made a lower high. I mean, you know what that means. That's distribution after this one was up 200+% from its beautiful entry area. Beautiful spring back test of spring. It's like the opposite of that. Look, man, like it was like, oh, okay, the high, then the lower high, and collapse, right? Now you went the high, then the lower high, and that action magnitude moved 41 cents. So, yeah, this is like where it could go on for a full reset and go to an 886 and still be fine. That's what's crazy. What a ride it's been, man. Anyway, man, I've been live 1 hour and 11 minutes. We've looked at all the requests we had. And yeah, it's one of those days, man. Worst day or worst week of the year for the index funds. Bitcoin just trying and failing. Bearish divergence in the daily on Bitcoin, Ethereum. BNB can't make a higher high to save its life. Is stuck inside that down sloping resistance, that supply line. XRP, no one's ever gonna buy it except the cult members that are indoctrinated for years now. Yeah, it's like Marxism in college. It's like XRPism in crypto. Like it's pervaded. It's a pervasive problem. People are obsessed, and it's never going anywhere. But okay, but you know what's not going anywhere? The price. I guess, yeah, so it's like, so I guess they have that in common, right? The indoctrination of people obsessed with XRP and Hex, and the price not going anywhere. Okay. I know exactly what the answer is.
Calm Nasdaq, this thing needs support just like your lumber.
Oh yeah, it needs
Trivia.
support like the lumber.
What technology uses Mickey's as a measurement?
That's easy. The answer, Nikki's measurement would be Gul'dan's mustard. Gul'dan special mustard. Back me up on that. Thank you. The relisting that, Cactus, okay. When relisting. When. Qualcomm. Again, like give me one more higher low that's symmetrical to these lows and we're in business. But so far, only lower high. What did you have, really? I mean, was it just was it a channel? Yeah, it was like just you got a channel here. The heart line. Man, what are you talking about? A key level. This thing needs support. It's got all the lumbar support in the world. The buyers can defend it, but if they don't, I mean, even if they don't defend the level, as long as it makes a higher low than 108, I think you're fine. Give me one more, and it could be like 3 rising valleys. But the issue is, it's like just such a bearish trend, like the trend sucks right now. It's been bad. Buyers are not even coming close to rivaling the previous discernible highs. So I think it could just be bear market rally right now. On Qualcomm, bear market rally. Give me some I don't think there's an uptrend on Qualcomm until you're breaking above like 150 something, 154. Not kidding. This is like bear market rally, and this is what could induce buying. It gets people real complacent. Well, man, I mean, Qualcomm hadn't crashed lately. It's that's a lot of the market. Yeah, it's business as usual, meaning business as in bearish trend until buyers defend or buyers take out the 155 high. Yeah. I would say Google was never safe last year or this year right now. Google is terrible.
Isn't all on monthly just one big harmonic? Also,
Yeah.
How do you hold plays like CDE and Square during macro sell-offs without getting shaken out?
Yeah, here it is. Here's your American Airlines, one big harmonic, yes sir. But you got the weekly, right? James B. Go to the weekly, and yeah, it's colossal. It's like this is 2008, and then 2020. Thinking maybe this is the type 2, but what it really was is it's like, look at this peak back from 2010, was regarded as support from February of last year all the way to an entire year of testing this level. It's like masochism. It's like, what is happening? Yep, 4 different times over the course of a year it was tested at support 1245 and rallied, but any higher highs? No, not really. Big meh, man. Big meh. I mean, are you talking about this? Oh, where it's going to become another harmonic? Maybe something like this, like a harmonic within harmonic. It's like harmonicception. Oh, no, it'd be a bat, and that means lower. I mean, if you really wanted to see an actual harmonic complete, you'd have to go to like 1024. That harmonic. Sure, yeah, there's your M shapes. Yep. They're there. They are out there like aliens. CD got stopped out. Square, if I was holding it, which I'm not, you can't, like, I mean, you can know your big cutoffs. So you have to look at key levels. I mean, CD broke key levels, so inflection points that are very important. It's like you don't want to own it. You all of a sudden the argument you had for owning it becomes an argument for not owning it when key levels are broken. Square's not broken any of those key levels, I don't think yet. If you go back to Square, I don't think this thing's in trouble. I mean, the problem is it's not in trouble until you fall below $58. When you're below $58, the argument becomes, oh, you should not own this trash. Nope. But until then, it's fine. And the problem, that's the issue. I mean, like, buying now, I mean, what are you doing? Like, look, man, this is why you have to pay attention to these charts, right? Was it a good idea to buy Square in late January? No, the move already happened. The time to long is like literally every day you're watching these charts and you understand like key inflection points from 2018, 2019, 2022, the spring back test, the spring. As the closer you are to $58 is the closest you are to the easiest way to strategize an entry, stop loss, and take profits, right? $90 should have arguably been your first profit taking level. Okay, it's almost like QNT buying at that double bottom low, right? And December 26th, and then taking profit at the first level that made sense to take profit, the top of the range. So now it's just pulling back. There's nothing to worry about unless you bought really late. You didn't buy at the strategic entry area. But how did you even, if you bought here, say randomly on the 20th or 19th, I mean, what was the thought process of being able to strategize? It's harder to strategize. Well, I mean, him again, if you know exactly how to use Fibonacci anchoring, like use the tool, high to low, low to high, you know what the common retrace zone is. You watch my Fibonacci video on YouTube, make sure you get that. Once you've like kind of mastered that tool and mastered kind of like what Fibonacci represents on a chart, then you should start getting into harmonics. And then you should go to the Scott Carney world. I mean, all his books, Harmonic Trader, they're online, or you could buy the text version of them. But like what you need to do is start getting like, I don't know. I use, like, for me, when I was learning them, I used a book, Casey Stubbs' book, because it was smaller and it just kind of got to the point on like.
Can you look at CCL or NCLH?
Yeah, Pico, we will. Yes, thank you. And I actually I'd use these little bookmark things on the book and had like butterfly, Gartley, bat, shark, right? All of them, 5-0. And so what I would do, I'm trying to memorize all the the intricates of the Fibonacci like levels between A and B and all that, I would go to history and go look at random stocks that have just like Walmart or something, and I would or sugar futures. I would just look back and I look at all these massive drawdowns, and I'd look for the M shape, because the M shape's been studied since the 1920s, right? Identified by H.M. Gartley himself. And so you're looking for just those M shapes. And then what you do in your free time, in hindsight, is you go back, you plot it, right? You use the tool to plot the M shape. And then you look at it and you say, oh, what harmonic is this? I don't really know. That's when you refer to that book. That's when you refer to the bookmark, right? That I did. And that's when I would switch, I'd flip and be like, oh, it wasn't a bat, it was a cipher, and this is why. And then I like applying, like the information to a chart and you plotting it yourself really helped me grasp it. And then you do have to memorize it though. You have, like, eventually you can't just be like, oh, I don't really know. You have to know like what what makes it or what makes it not. And they're in some informal M shapes where they don't quite meet the criteria, but they still brilliantly play out, and they're just M shapes. They're W shapes. They're informal harmonics, really. They're not formal Scott Carney harmonics. Okay, so congrats, 10 pence, man. No, that's a good one. Version 3 is freaking awesome. Read it. Okay. Him again also, yeah, if you're in the Discord, I'm sure you probably are, you would join the Discord, because there's educational resources tab that's free, right? And in there are all these different books and literature and it has nothing to do, there's no affiliate marketing links, there's nothing in it for us except helping you. That's what, hey, that's a good payment. My payment should be you investing in yourself, learning and excelling in life. That's what I want to get. I want you to get paid, you to pay me in that if you just join the Discord and go to the educational resource tab, right? And look at that. And that's like all these good, like, suggestions on what you should buy, what you should get. Okay, so anyway. And there's Julia posted the Discord link. So let's look at NCLH. Yep, that it was pretty good, man. I mean, this is like it was like on bigger time scales. It was good. It's that classic. It's still fine. It's just, it depends on your level of patience. Like this should, like, I think it's at like all-time lows, right? Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. So this is a good example of something, or you could have your book out and there's like an M shape they complete it. Like, what is this? You plot it. You don't know when you're plotting it. But then you say, okay, well, all right, so there's like a 50% retrace on B, a lower high on C, then an 88% retrace on D. Okay, I don't know exactly which harmonic this is. Let me look through. No, it's not a Gartley, because that's a 786 and a 618 on B. But it's the lower high on C. Well, it's not a shark because it's a higher high on C. Okay, all right, so it's not a butterfly, obviously not an exchange. Oh, there's the bat, the bullish bat pattern. That's it, a 50% on B and an 886 on D and a lower high on C. Boom, it's a bullish bat. All right.
Can you tell me where you get the music you use for your live streams? Like a website? Also, do you get copy strikes for using the music?
No worries, because I don't monetize my music, or I don't monetize any of my streams ever, so I can play it. But no, it's like virtually, it's just deep progressive house music. You could type in deep progressive house on YouTube, and there's unlimited music, okay? And it's on you to learn and research. Like, that's where you should go, Varese. Type it all on YouTube, and you'll find unlimited of this music that I play, okay? Thanks for 420. Is that a joint? All right. So, okay, right? I mean, this is a great example of what I was just talking about. And then you get bonus points on like, hey, oh my God, there's this classic accumulation structure that's been in development for 7 months now, 8 months. And so if the TA is respected, I think if the TA is respected, you get some sort of rally to at least see an aggressive harmonic target, $29, and then A would be another aggressive target of $34. But it could take months to play out because it's all identified on the daily. The size of all this, the size of the structure is freaking 800 to 1,000 days large. So it might take 300 days to resolve to the A and C levels. The larger the pattern, the more reliable it probably will be. But the catch is it might take a long time to play out. Yeah, less echoes because there's furniture in here. You know, more and more furniture. Not my effing couch, though. They tried to deliver again and just, nope, couldn't get it. Couldn't get it in here. The dock was full. One day I'll have a couch. One day. All right, y'all. So it's been a good stream. Again, please forgive me. I'm under the weather still.
XAUBTC. Is it pretty cool that Bitcoin backtesting historic iceline for the 2 ND time in history?
It's so Coiner, man. I don't know. We can look at it. I don't know where. I normally have it plotted. Let's see. Wow, look at that demand line. You seeing this? Gold to Bitcoin. So gold is attempting to pivot. This would be, if it's in an uptrend, this would mean that gold to Bitcoin is oversold in an uptrend. All right. Some bullish divergence too, if you can see it. That's, you know, sellers are exhausted at oversold territory. That's a pretty good combination right there for a reversal. And it seems like it's being defended. The buyers are defending it for now. Bullish engulfing candle confirmed today. Highest daily candle close on gold to Bitcoin since Valentine's Day. And that's it. I haven't looked at this in a minute. So there you go. Nice request just because look where it's at. See what you said. What else you said in the TTS? Pretty solid. The Bitcoin back testing historic ice line for second time in history. Is it an ice line? I don't really see an ice line. Gentlemen in the mix. Historic ice line. Not really. I mean, I guess there's a couple levels here, but I think that's the, to me, the headline is demand line tested of uptrend. It's pretty. Yeah, maybe. Coiner, you there? Oh crap. Hey Jonathan C, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. But bro, at this level in the month, at this period in the month, you should only be joining the Citadel, which is identical to the Patreon. Join the Citadel, the subscription service inside of the Discord, not Patreon. Patreon's only like good for the first like week of the month. Okay, so thank you so much, Jonathan, coming in from Europe. Sweat down in it, but dang, man, we got like 6-7 days left till this month ends. That means the billing cycle is on the 1st. Gosh dang scammers, man. Fake Mitch Rays. They get me sometimes when I'm streaming. They like know I'm live. They're like, oh, he's too busy. He's not going to catch this. So they're like watching the stream. How creepy is that? All right, Coiner. There you have it. It's a nice chart. Good request. That ice line has not, that the ice line from 2017's you have not tested that yet. That would be legendary because you'd also be filling a gap from June of 2022. So if you fell out of this channel, I still wouldn't be that concerned, you know, because of could be a better test. Coiner, you see it? December 18th. Yeah, that's where we are. But look, it's lower. It hasn't tested that, right? Am I out of my mind here? Coiner? I mean, we're looking at the same chart, right? They ain't there. Right here. It hadn't tested it. Or are you talking about... No, that's... I mean, unless you're talking about this, it is interesting, right? It's like this weird level that was created January 4th, 2018, right? And then if you scroll through and you can see, Was it ever regarded again? See, that's what I'm saying. It might be okay because it's September. It was low, closed in November of last year. Maybe that it's breaking that. Dang him again for the win. Thanks so much, dude, for the really kind words. I appreciate that, man. And it means a lot, dude. Like, I'll go live most days, and as a streamer, it doesn't matter what you do. Without feedback, you never know who you've helped or who you've hurt. So it's like, feedback's good. Just letting y'all know, okay? Feedback's good. Because it can help affirm what I'm doing and continue to motivate me.
Can you look at Shiba, please?
Here's your Shiba, man. Very unfortunate. I mean, you cannot do this, man. You cannot fail to break the key level that we knew was it, right? Above that's the promised land, but too many failed attempts, and now you're below it. But you haven't even made like a lower low locally yet. Dang, man. It's just like, look at that. I mean, that's where you are. A lower high, below the ice line, and man, you gotta do something soon, man. Otherwise, it could be going for a nice deep retrace, moderate retrace here. There you go, Mr. THQ. This is not what you wanted. You don't want to fall below 1340, 1296, because there's not much here. History tells us straight line up and down most of the time between 885 and 1300. And that's it, man. Oh God, yes, Coin Police. I can't buy. YFI, that was, I mean, a good start. Again, just close, but no cigar. Somehow up 3% today. ZRX up 4.5%. This is like an active trade setup. Look at it, how unfazed it is by everything going on. Heading back up to the first target of the trade setup, 30 cents. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's so strong, so powerful right now. Love it. Very good. So Bitcoin, not really in too much trouble until it falls below 21,500, but because it still could end up making a higher low and bamboozle everyone.
You seems to hate utility coins. What are you going to do when CBDCs get deployed?
And what am I gonna do? Not use them? It's not like they're not gonna outlaw cash in the U.S. We have guns. Like, they're gonna do it in the UK and Europe, I'm sure. Like, oh yeah, we're cashless. I don't know, man. I think they're like trying to create this like poverty state and like crime state, so they have a reason.
From a rising wedge pattern. Top trend line goes back to August.
So Scabble. I think they're trying to create this, like, they're destroying society, like, as we know it, right? I mean, the homeless problem and all that. And now you've just got so much crime in a lot of places that used to be nice places to live. Now it's unlivable. That's why people are flooding out of them. But, you see it every day on Twitter, just like, you have people walk in California that just walk into Walmart and they'll steal, and no one stops them. They waltz on out. They don't even run anymore. They're emboldened. And so eventually, what will happen is the stores will just stop allowing people to go inside. They'll make you say, hey, what do you want? You'll be at the front of the store, and you'll say, I need this, this, and this. And they'll be, okay, here are your options of these items. And then they'll go get them for you. And that's where we're headed. So XLF, another failed break above the big supply line that goes back to June of 2022, breaking down from rising wedge. Rising wedge. Oh, you're talking about something like this? something like that. I mean, white space, sure. I don't even really care about that as much as I care about what I'm looking at. Right where it's, this is the big level, man. Like, this is everything.
Can you check out TRB, please? Thanks.
Yeah, Ed, unfortunate situation on that one. We did look at it at the beginning of the stream, but we can go back to it if you're so inclined. If you fancy that, right? So it's like a peak from March 2021, a valley from July 2021. It was a peak in 2022, right? So, I mean, you're just at this key level here. So if you don't hold $35, it's probably a long way down. No catch any of that, and I was like, last half a second before the sneeze went off. It was like a sneeze bomb. Humanless McDonald's. See, it's already happening. It's coming, man. Automation. Oh, chat GBT. So fun. It's all fun and games till it takes everyone's job away. No more Walmart greeters because it's not safe for the Walmart greeters anymore. Or the company's like, well, we're taking on too many losses from this crazy crime culture that's being bred. Crazy crime culture. So instead of hiring, we're going, we've already gone up on our prices, like way too much. Well, I guess we're just going to start cutting employees. Bye-bye Walmart greeters. The Walmart greeters, what they think, they're like, it's not my problem. It's like, it's about to be. It's about to be when you lose your job because of how much losses these companies are taking on by these thugs coming in and stealing everything. It will be your problem when you're unemployed again. Him again for the win. Brad can help you with that. Brad? There you go, man. XLF in a tricky situation. Just slightly above the key inflection point. But, man, you tried, and then you tried again, and it didn't work out too well. But you're not dead yet. I'll tell you that. I mean, that's ugly. On the weekly, right? That's 1, 2, 3. 4 times a charm. I think there's a lot of downside here. I think there's like max downside potential on the XLF. Max downside. Yeah, it was gross. Okay. All these levels, none of them are threatening your all-time high, your previous discernible high on the weekly. I don't know. There's a 618 was finally tested for the first time. Dude, 618s after stuff like that. This 618s are tops a lot of times. Bitcoin in 2018, how many countless 618s did we get on these rallies that lasted for like a month or more? This one's been up and down. So, I mean, this is like possible short territory. Okay. But yeah, you're holding on to a level. I just, screw this. Screw being long on financials right now. Dang, him again. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Well, just remember, if you're going to join next month, do it through the Citadel, man. Do it through the Citadel. So you don't have to worry about, what month or what time of the month, All right. Bitcoin's not dead yet. It looks like it might be the beginning of like a more significant pullback, but until you break the B point, it's literally like not dead. I mean, like it could actually pivot and make a higher low than the previous low and then go. I've seen it, man. Just, you can't, there are no certainties. Not even now, even with bearish divergence and the slightly higher high failing to break out. It's not over. You break the B point, yeah, you're going down to test that previous.
I know you and Scott
cycle
Carney
top.
are friends, but of different takes. CTE he's still bullish on, doesn't mind it going lower. But it broke critical levels for you. Since both of y'all use harmonics, who is right?
It's not about being right, man. It was just about my tolerance for taking on losses. Okay, so like, look at that. I mean, taking out that low, that argument died. But yeah, he's probably like, okay, on the weekly, it's going for a real type 2. Like a real type 2. That's an invalid argument now. I don't have an argument on Momo. There's no more Momo shift. In fact, double topped, rolled over. And yeah, maybe, look, I mean, there's some support left down here. Shoot, dude. I mean, being below 340, it's over. Like, okay, like 340 was the cutoff, and then it's like, all right, after 340, what happens? Well, what could happen is happening. You don't want to own. This is why I keep saying, like, there's an argument to not own an asset when key levels are broken, because look what can happen. I mean, the asset's down 15%. Once the level where I was strategizing a nice long on it because of that level being above that level. When you're below it, now you're going to 278 probably. And yeah, maybe down there, that might be a new entry level if it pivots, you know, but it's not about being right, dude. I don't know. It's just about defending, like, preserving capital on failed breakouts and stuff, right? So yeah, I mean, 278, you test that and hold, man, it could be a real good deal. I mean, some good stuff. I mean, I think it very well could turn out favorably if it holds, but you know, that means gold needs to hold that 1800 level, which it hadn't tested yet. So say gold tests 1800 and holds, then this will 278 will probably hold. Verdicts, let's go Verdicts, new Citadel member. Thanks, dude. Holy crap. Thank you all for the support, really. There he is. Yeah, it's Verdicts GM. Verdicts good morning. Is the GM good morning or the general manager? I love his avatar. It's the magic internet money from old school, the schools of olds, not the movie. Wow, amazing. So wow, stream gone on, man. 1 hour and 43 minutes. I haven't even said, if you're enjoying the live stream, if you did enjoy it, hit that like button, that bullet sub. Sorry, it's not my best. How could it be my best when I'm like not 100% at all? So, but hey, man, you know, stream's gonna end and I'm gonna be continuing to recover. But man, I'll tell you, probably the recovery is gonna be pretty good out here. Looking at this. Like, I'll never get used to this, man. It's just something. It looks like you were looking into a galaxy. Like, hey, man, you see this? It looks pretty cool. But with the human, you know, eyes, right? Like, I don't know, a camera like this is probably giving you, you know, 16, maybe 18 megapixels max. And the human eye is like 500 plus megapixels. It's just, nothing can compete. We don't have any kind of technology that can compete with the human eye yet. So, not even close. So yeah, if you were up here, you'd see it, and it's way better than this. This is like, meh. Okay, so thanks for coming out, everyone. Appreciate it. And yeah, I really am grateful for the ongoing support. The support indicates to me you want me to keep coming back, so I will. You got my word. Hey mods, did you know if you're in the chat box, like if you pop out the chat box, you can hit the Alt button, and when you hit the Alt button and you're scrolling over someone's name, you can delete, time out, or hide someone. I just learned doing that. Crazy. Camera, yeah, man, all that. Okay, So thanks so much, everyone. Love y'all. I'll be back until next time. Respect to the T. Hey.
Gentlemen in the mix.